started my last weekly vlog with my heatless rollers in, and I'm starting this week's vlog with another heatless curling, but this time I've only done it in 2 sections, so I've done it slightly differently, so I'll take it out and show you. But it's Wednesday today. I'm starting a kind of weekly vlog. I might run it into the start of next week because this week's video is going to be a favourites video, so I've got time to film this into next week. It doesn't have to be done by Saturday, which is why I'm starting it a bit later. It's just going to be a bit of a different week than the week together. So I'm going to take these out. Like I said, when I've been doing them before, I've done 3, so if you watched the last weekly vlog I did, you'll have seen I did 1, a skinny one, and then a thicker one. This time I've done 2 because I feel like my hair was very curly and I did love it, but I'm not doing anything crazy today, so I kind of just want more of a relaxed kind of blowout. Also, I did the collagen mask last night, but like the gel one, so the one where you squeeze it on your face and you then peel it off. It's very satisfying, but I'm not gonna lie guys, I'll use it up because I've got a full bottle. I really don't feel like it does anything. My skin looks shiny when I've just done it, then it feels dry, then like 10 minutes later my skin looks back to normal, if not a little drier than usual, so I don't really feel like it actually does anything. And also I have literally seen online that you can only get the benefits from collagen from ingesting it. I'm pretty sure it can't make its way through your actual skin barrier. If you're a dermatologist, please tell me if I'm wrong on that. Obviously I've only done it in 2 sections this time, so this is how the bottom of it looks. It's just a lot more kind of blowout sort of appearance. I feel like I'm playing with fire here because I've also got my shorter bangs at the moment, which I've not done this with yet. I'm very scared. Okay. I mean, someone commented on my last vlog saying something like, "Come on, Farrah Fawcett," and I didn't know who that was, and then I googled it and I was like, oh my god, the hair really is giving Farrah Fawcett. So this is how it goes. Oh my god, no, I actually do kind of like it. Don't get me wrong, it's definitely very voluminous with the shorter bangs and it's very like out there, but you can't tell me that this doesn't look like it's been styled with heat. I am such a big fan of heatless curlers. Yeah, today's agenda is gym, work, and then I'm meeting Alicia for a walk and a coffee later because the clocks went forward, so we're getting lighter, longer days, and the weather is so nice, so we're gonna go for a coffee and yap this evening because I've not seen her in a couple of weeks, and like I've been speaking about in recent vlogs, I'm really trying to stay on top of making sure I'm not going like weeks and weeks and weeks without seeing friends, which I feel like, by the way, if you are not part of like a big group where there's like a massive group chat and you're always organising things, I feel like it's a lot harder to maintain and keep up with people when it's like individual friendships and it's a lot more organising. I feel like it would be easier if it was a massive group, but I don't really like big groups, so I don't want to say trauma from childhood because that sounds really dramatic, but just bad experiences from being at school in big friend groups. I do not like a big friend group anymore. If you watched the last vlog, which looks better, when I do 3 or when I do 2? Let me know. But I'm honestly quite impressed by how like non-weird the bangs have gone with them being shorter. Like they went into it quite well. So anyway, I will see you when I'm dressed. I've just finished getting ready for the gym, but before I show you guys my little OOTD, I just wanted to show you I did get my Glossier You Fleur in. I do actually really like it. I saw a lot of people on TikTok saying it's the closest to the original one, and for context, that is my sister's like, not signature scent, but when I smell that I think of my sister. My sister must have got it close to when it first came out and it just reminds me of her. I've tried the Rev one, did not like that at all. It smelled like Play-Doh to me. I own Do, which I do like. Ironically, my sister likes Rev. I actually ended up giving that to her. Fleur is the new one, but even though it's called Fleur, I personally don't find this floral at all. On me, it smells like salty beaches, and like if you got an ice cold glass and put in like some fizzy lemonade or soda water with some peach juice, or I know it's apricot, it's not peach, but I feel like that's what my nose goes to because that's what I know the smell of more. Fizzy, fruity scent, and it's really, really, really nice. I actually really like it. It gives a very beachy vibe to me. I don't get the original You comparisons. Personally, I just don't feel like it has that like scent profile to it on me, but I know that perfumes smell different on everyone. I'm getting like a good 4 to 5 hours out of it, which I feel like with Do, it disappears after like an hour, so I actually really like it. And even though I just said I'm learning from my mistakes, guys, I'm getting the smaller bottles, kind of feel like I'm gonna burn through this and wish I'd got the bigger bottle, but It might be one of those things where I burn through it and then I don't really think about it again, and I don't decide to repurchase a full bottle, because I feel like sometimes I really like a scent but I don't miss it when I don't have it. You can like something and not need to own it. I feel like that's something I have to remind myself when I go perfume shopping. I actually scrubbed off all of my fake tan last night, so to have gone for such like a summery outfit I feel like is, I don't know, I know it's like a whole thing about fake tan at the moment and everyone's quitting it. I'm not, okay? I'm not going to be quitting fake tan. That's not in my destiny. That's not in my life path. But I feel like when I wear colour, I feel like I need a tan. I don't know why, I just feel like it looks better. But I actually quite like this with no fake tan on. So I've just got on a like lemon coloured sports bra. I've got on my cotton candy amplify shorts. I feel like I never wear normal amplify shorts anymore, but these ones are probably one of my favourites. These are a medium though. I found that these one run really tight, so I do actually prefer my medium of these. And then I've just got my Garage straight leg sweats on, and yeah, let's go get a pre-workout, get in the car and go to the gym. I got Botox last week, and just slowly watching it re-kick in really makes me laugh. I always maintain a level of movement, but I get it here. I know that some people are going to think that's ridiculous, you're only 25. Spoiler alert, the gag is I've been doing this for like 2 years. It's nothing to do with age in my experience, it's just to do with how many faces you pull. Like, it's not aging lines, it's from pulling the same face over and over. And I feel like I just get into a habit of, because I look at screens all day or when I'm out in the sun, I really screw up my face to the point where I actually, if you go back and watch my Greece vlog, you will see I had a tan line between my eyebrows. That's how bad it is. So that's why I get it done. It's not fully kicked in yet, but it's pretty much almost there. But I maintain movement, and I don't go for my top-up appointments either, because I don't want to be fully frozen. I like to maintain a level of movement, so yeah. But it's crazy. I just feel like every day I'm just getting a little bit stiffer. Starting out this session with some Kaz glute bridges. Obviously you guys have seen me do these workouts many a time, but this week I was trying to focus on actually increasing weight, so I did go up in weight for these. So with a Kaz glute bridge, you just want to make sure that you're not coming basically down as far as you would with a hip thrust. I do think on some of my reps I was forgetting we're doing Kaz bridges, girl, not a full range hip thrust. I don't think any of them are quite full range, but I don't need to be coming quite as low. You literally only need to come a couple of inches, like that's way too low to be coming down. Just a couple inches down and then straight back up to the top. This is why I love filming my workouts, because it gets me a fresh pair of eyes on my own session, so I can see what I'm doing right and what I need to tweak. And now I know with my Kaz bridges, just remind yourself you don't need to be coming down so far. So moving on, we are going into some dumbbell step ups. You guys know the drill by now. Box, I like to use something that is about knee height. I will then plant my foot. I hold my dumbbell on the same side as the leg that I am currently working. And then instead of thinking about coming up and down and doing it really fast, I think slowly down and then try and be as explosive as possible on the way up. Obviously towards the end of your sets, that gets a bit harder as reps are slowing down, things are getting a bit more difficult. But ideally, you want to be coming up as explosively as possible and slower on the way down. And also making sure, like I said, you're not just thinking up, down, you're more thinking diagonal and back, like sitting back into the movement, making it a bit more hip focused, not thinking about pushing that knee forward. You can see here, my knee doesn't really move far forward. It's not coming over my toes. I'm trying to take as much quad out of the movement as possible and really shift a lot of my weight and a lot of my focus into my hip. I do also, when I do these, just a little tweak, I do also almost like really sit onto the side of my body that I'm working when I come down. I just find that I feel like I get a huge stretch in my glutes when I do this. It's not like a twist, it's just more of like I'm really sitting my weight on that side a little bit more, like I'm kind of leaning to, when I'm doing my left leg, leaning to the left a little bit, right leg, leaning to the right a little bit. Then I moved on to doing some dumbbell walking lunges just because of the way that my gym was this day. I couldn't do things in my usual format, so I did end up switching the day around a little bit. Ideally, I would actually want to do these after I've done leg extensions just to give my legs a little bit of a break from doing like a lunging sort of motion, but I do these more quad bias, so I take shorter strides and I really focus on pushing my knee as far over my toe as I can get it to go, just to make it a bit more quad focused. If you're wanting more glute focus, take wider strides instead of shorter strides and think about sitting back
into your lunges rather than thinking about pushing that knee forward and trying to really stretch your quads. You're thinking about making it a bit more hip dominant and pushing back into your glutes a little bit more with those wider strides. And also, obviously, when you take a wider stride, it's actually much harder to push that knee over the toe anyway. Then finishing off with leg extensions. Like I said, in an ideal world, I would actually want to do these first and then lunges to finish with, but this day my gym was just, I don't know what's going on. I think maybe it's the school holidays. My gym's been a lot busier this past like week and a half whilst I've been trying to film a full week of workouts, which is kind of my own fault, but it's definitely been interesting. But I love seeing the gym busy. I actually love it. Like when everyone complains about the January rush and stuff, I'm like, there's nothing to complain about. Like, what is there to complain about with people being in the gym, moving their bodies, getting themselves healthier? Like, I personally love to see a busy gym. Does it make a session a little bit harder? Yes, it makes it. You might have to switch things around, but I think all in all, it's quite a positive sign when gyms are busy. So yeah, that is the end of my glute and quad. I'm done at the gym. I feel like my hair has completely come out from I got so sweaty in the gym today. I feel like it's starting to warm up, like it's 15 whole ass degrees today. There is someone at my gym today with a G-Wagon Brabus. Can you see it in the background? Brabus. I don't know how you say it. All I know is, guys, this is a bit weird, I'm recording someone else's car, but it's just in the background, but can you see it? It's a G-Wagon Brabus. I don't know how you say it. All I know is, I know these are rare, and I think I've seen one in the wild in my life. That's my second one, and it's just in my warehouse industrial gym car park, kind of blowing my balls, to be honest. I'm so baffled. That was a really good session. I have a song to share with the class, which I'm absolutely obsessed with at the moment. I can't stop listening to it. It's this one. If you follow me on Instagram, I used it for my photo dump. I absolutely love this song. It's in my Afrobeats playlist. I'm not sure if it comes under Afrobeats. Please, I am like happy to be educated on this. What category does this come under? Is it Afrobeats? Is it something else? Because whatever it is, the vibes are immaculate and I cannot stop listening to it. This is another brain scratcher. I've spoken about this before. Certain songs scratch my brain. This is one of them. This is one of them. I'm going to go home and make my favourite lunch at the moment with you guys, so let's go. We're back. I'm about to make my lunch. I've stuck you to, if I look like really weird, the camera's like tilted up, but I've stuck you to a disinfectant can. So my favourite lunch at the moment is a steak. I don't do it every single day because, I don't know if you know, steaks are a lot more expensive. These are the nicest, more affordable steaks I've found. It's the sirloins from M&S, but the thin cut ones. They're like £4 cheaper than the standard sirloins, but they're not like thin. They're actually still, I would say this is just like a normal sirloin steak. So I'm loving having that. I just feel like my energy has been a little low at the moment, so trying to, like Twinkle Toes did say the other day, it was like, you might be a little bit low on iron. He said that I had something in my eye that was a sign of being low on iron. I can't remember what it was. That's my protein source. And then you guys already know, I've got my sprouts and corn here. Love them. I prepped those on Monday. Was it Tuesday? No, Monday. I've got some beetroot, which I'm going to put in. I've got some tzatziki, which I'm going to put in, and probably some salad leaves as well. So yeah, and it's so quick because the steak literally takes like 2 minutes. I'm going to like salt and pepper it. And then I like my steak medium rare, kind of. Sometimes I end up doing it rare by accident, but I like it medium rare. So it only takes me like 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes to cook. So yeah, let's cook the steak and I will show you how it looks. Also, as you can probably tell by how empty this is, this is the green herby feta dip from M&S. From M&S. I bought this the other day. Guys, this is so good. If you like the green goddess dip and you like tzatziki, you will love this. It's like those two had a baby. It is officially my favourite dip that M&S do, and they do a lot of really good dips, so I would highly recommend giving this one a whirl. Just saying, it's really fucking good.
Is an island in the middle of the Indian Ocean. It's not a river, it's not a lake, it's not a sea.
Okay, so this is it, guys. This is my salad bowl. Got some salad leaves here, sprouts, roasted Cajun, some paprika, salt and pepper, roasted corn, tzatziki, sweet chili, pickled beetroot, and then this is a steak. This is how I like my steak. I just This is yummy, and it's so quick because I've obviously prepped all of this, and the steak takes like 3 minutes, but I feel like you would look at this and think, I can't be asked to make that, but it's actually so quick, and it's one of my favourite meals at the moment. I just love it, and sometimes I swap out the steak for chicken. It's one of my go-to meals right now, and I love it. Finished my lunch. I just got the most exciting parcel in, which I have to show you before I crack on with work for the afternoon. I asked very kindly Taylor if she could pick me up some of the EOS butter lotions, because I tried this for the first time when I went to Texas like 2 months ago now, and I loved it. I actually find it better than the lotion version in terms of like how moisturised I feel, and I still love the lotion, but I just feel like this, and the fact it's also in a tub so I'm not wasting anything, I don't have to cut bottles open, I fell in love with this like straight away. However, this has made its way onto TikTok Shop in the UK for £30 a tub. For context, these are like $10 to $14 a tub, which is about £8 to £12 in the UK. So I'm not paying £30 for these when I know how much cheaper they are in the US. So I said to Taylor, please, would you be able to send me some? And she did. So I've got 3 of them. I know that people will be like, overconsumption car, and trust me, I'm not the biggest fan of overconsumption. However, I'm not going to be asking her to send me one like, you know, every month, every 6 weeks. I just thought, let's just get this over and done with, and this should probably last me until like winter time. This should take me through the summer because I still have some left in my other one. So yeah, we have some of my favourite body butter. Also, she works at the sock department at Ralph Lauren, so she also sent me over some socks, and I just think these are so cute. They're very me as well. They're like cream and brown. We love a neutrals moment over here. So yeah, these ones are definitely the cutest. Like, I just think the bear is so sweet. I need to put a wash load on, but I also need to get on with work, so maybe I'll put a wash load on, and then I can use that as a timer. I love doing this. I can use that as a timer for how much I can get done in like an hour and 3 minutes. Just wanted to show you that package because it's a bloody exciting one. Morning, it's Thursday today. Is it Thursday today? Yeah, it's Thursday. I have been working this morning, coaching inquiries. I'm trying to find, by the time this vlog goes up I might have sorted it, but just if I haven't, I'm trying to work out a way to automate my systems for inquiries a little bit more. I know that Typeform is definitely the most popular one, where people fill out the form and then it automatically sends them an email. Does anyone have any other suggestions? Just because that's actually like quite expensive. If I have to do it, I'll do it. But if anyone has any other suggestions, let me know. Don't mind the pile of clothes in the back of my car. Some of it's Twinkle Toes's and some of it's mine from when we did a shoot earlier this week. But yeah, I am just about to go and see Harriet. I'm actually going to a new space today. She's sold her salon. Big girl moves. So she's completely sold her salon, so she doesn't work there anymore. And she's just got a room somewhere. So I'm going to get my nails done. They're really grown out. This, I get builder gel and I get like an almondy shape. I think I want tortoise shell, which is quite different, isn't it? It's a little bit different, but, well, I mean, it's not like out of this world different, but it's different for me. But I think because I got my Miu Miu sunglasses, Miu Miu, Miu Miu, I just love the tortoise shell. And I feel like because I'm doing my like vintagey looking hair, I'm thinking a tortoise shell nail. What do we think? My nails look so gross when they grow out. I feel like, because when you get your nails done, they're not as sharp after a few weeks. I feel like they go like blunt, so they just look kind of bad. But yeah, I've had these for like 5 weeks. No damage other than this one, but that was a protein tub. It fell on my nail. Yeah, I went and got a coffee this morning, so I'm still drinking that. I can't chug a coffee like I can chug a matcha. Like when I get a blank streak, blink and it's gone. You think you're trying some of this? No, pal. It's gonna literally be all gone. These... It took me like 2 hours to drink a Costa the other day. I don't really like Costa, but it's the nearest drive-through coffee to me. I think Cafe Nero is probably my favourite out of the chains. But yeah, should we do a fun little transformation? We'll go. Okay, nail time. Whoa, transformation. I know what you're thinking, Amy, those are not tortoiseshell. So I actually wasn't able to get my tortoiseshell, which I'm not gonna lie, I won't pretend I'm not sad about it. I am, but yeah, I actually went with olive green Frenchies, which I still did milky pink base. I went with this like olivey matcha green, and I actually really like it. Obviously when I got my colour analysis done, they told me that greens really suit me, and I feel like I've got a lot of gold jewellery, and I feel like gold and green goes really well. And my Oura ring has come today, which I will talk to you more about in this vlog because we're going to set that bitch up together. Gold, green, I just had to think but I'm happy with it. Yes, I'm gonna actually go and do a food shop. I've just pulled up to Marks and Spencer's because I don't have any food in, so I'm gonna go do a quick food top up because I've gone through all mine that I bought on Monday. So let's go and do a quick food shop and then need to go home. I feel like my nail appointments always take longer out of my day than I think that they're gonna, but I don't want to sound tone deaf. Also, where I'm very, very, very lucky that I'm able to go and get my nails done on a Thursday afternoon, lunchtime, because most people can't do that because guess what? They've got a real job. An airwave. M&S time. I have been looking for these for weeks. It's the speckled egg special cookies. Now this was the only pack left and I don't love that because I do like to usually pick a pack from the back of a pile in a shop. I don't know if anyone else does that, but I'll never get the first one. I always reach further back. I don't know why I do that. It's just like ingrained into me. However, these look really thick compared to the normal ones and I feel like they seem like they could be a bit rocky. Picked up some sourdough, raspberries and blueberries, you can't go wrong. This is like my salad for today because I've run out of like my sprouts and my corn and stuff, and honestly it's nearly 4 p.m. so I don't have time to be doing all that today because I don't have it already prepped because I've run out of it. So I'm just going to use this salad. This is one of the best salads from Marks and Spencer's. It's got apple, cucumber, peas, and the dressing is like minty. It's just so yummy. Highly recommend. So I'm gonna have that. I've got some broccoli just for later on today and tomorrow. Some more tzatziki, which I'm probably gonna have a bit with my lunch because I'm gonna put some chicken with that salad. The green goddess dip. I was looking for the green herby feta dip again, but they actually didn't have any. I will see you guys probably when I'm sorting out my ordering because it's been delivered, so I need to set it up. I don't know if I'll need to charge it. I don't know. Anyway, I'll see you when I'm sorting out my ordering. My chicken salad, not a chicken Caesar salad. It was just a chicken salad. I used the M&S salad box and that's been consumed. It's in my stomach. I replied to some client messages. I'm also speaking to the lady from ESN who I've spoken to before, but she's reached out to me again because I think she's seen that we're loving the ISO play around here. We're now turning it into lollies, and I've just seen, call me crazy, okay? I've just seen that they've launched a blueberry one which tastes like a slushie. What I'm thinking is the strawberry and lime in a slush mixed with the blueberry in a slush, 50 grams of protein, and it's like a Tango Ice Blast. Now tell me if I'm crazy, but I think that sounds like a good idea. However, I'm honestly not sure how I feel about being exclusive to a supplement brand, just because with my activewear I'm already quite restricted with it because I am exclusive to Alphalete, which I love my Alphalete family, but I feel like because I've already got that, I'm not sure if I want to be exclusive to a supplement brand as well. I feel like it's really hard because I really like Ghost's pre-workouts and I love ESN's protein products. To be honest, I really do like ESN's pre-workouts as well. I just think Ghost do more fun flavours, and now Ghost have launched their own like standalone creatine. So yeah, I'm just not sure how I feel about it, but I have said I'm pretty sure that most supplement brands, and I wish they weren't like this because so many of us will mix and match brands. Like we might get creatine one place, pre-workout another place, protein powder one place, and I feel like just like activewear brands will allow people to be affiliated but not be exclusive. I wish supplement brands would do that because I personally would love to work with like ESN and Ghost. That would be like a really good combination for me because I don't shop anywhere else. Those are my two favourite supplement brands. I don't know, we'll see what she says, but my Oura ring is here. So I did like an ASMR unboxing for TikTok. I'm a 9 in the Oura ring, which kind of is crazy because I feel like I don't know anyone else that's a 9. Ashley's a 7. I do have to say Ashley massively inspired me with this. I've wanted an Oura ring and been looking into it for about a year and a half, and then when I was in Texas, Ashley was telling me about hers and how much it's just like changed her life and she loves it, and I just thought, you've almost pushed me over the edge. Then I asked on Instagram, and again everyone was saying that they're very, very, very happy with theirs, so I decided to take the plunge. I know it's not the best for like your fitness tracking, but I do already own an Apple Watch, so this is going to be more of like a wellness tracker. Yeah, I think Ashley is a 7, and I tried to get hers on. I could not get it on my fingers. I just feel like I've got quite thick fingers, like I don't have super skinny fingers, so I'm actually a 9 because I've heard that you're meant to wear it on your pointer of your non-dominant hand. So I never did the sizing kit, but I did go into John Lewis and try them on. Now I know that you're meant to wear it for 24 hours and I would recommend you guys do that. However, I couldn't even get the A on my finger. Like, it literally wouldn't go. The 9 fits on my finger comfortably, and I've heard that if you put it on, so this is what it looks like, you want to make a knuckle, there shouldn't be a gap, and there is no gap. Like, I'm skin to skin. It doesn't come off easily. I still have to pull it to come off. Like, it's not falling down my finger or anything like that. And plus this way, if I do ever need to wear it on my right hand pointer finger, this one is actually a little bit bigger. It fits slightly tighter on this hand. I'm not going to wear it on this hand because I don't think you're meant to. I think you're meant to wear it on your non-dominant hand. Don't buy this, because I was having this conversation with someone on Instagram who messaged me saying like it feels so cheap, it feels plasticky. Don't buy this viewing it as a piece of jewellery. Like, if you're going to get the gold, don't view it as like it's a piece of gold jewellery and expect it to feel like jewellery does. Like, honestly, this wedding band thing that I have, that's not a wedding band because I'm not married and I never have been, but this genuinely is heavier than my Oura ring. So I know it looks chunky, but it's incredibly light. I personally don't see that as an issue because I was actually worried about it being heavy, but it's very light. If you're getting it expecting it to feel like amazing, really heavy gold, like high quality jewellery, it's not going to feel that way because it's a wellness tracker. It's not a piece of jewellery. Just like I don't really begrudge paying the amount I paid for my Apple Watch because it's not about the silicone strap. It's not about it being like a jewellery watch. It's a fitness tracker. It's a wearable, if that makes sense. So that personally doesn't bother me. And then it comes with a little brochure, which is very aptly named Stuff You Should Know. I will say as well, just if you are like a jewellery person, this gold, if you're looking at the gold, it's very dark yellow gold. I don't own gold that's actually this colour at all, but I just personally didn't like any of the other colours, so I did decide to get the gold. I do think it's an absolute rip-off, especially considering it's not a piece of jewellery. I wouldn't honestly probably recommend that anyone go and do that, because yeah, if you look at this like gold, it's very, very, very like yellowy, honestly almost like a brassy kind of gold. Yeah, it looks like I actually can't do anything until I've charged it. It says it can be cleaned, etc, etc, etc. So yeah, let's go and plug it in. It does come with the cable, but you don't actually have to use that cable. Like, I've just plugged it into my Apple one and it seems to be working fine. Oh my god, it's literally, it says the size everywhere. I'm never escaping those size 9 allegations. So how does it? Oh, and then I'm guessing it lights up, and I'm pretty sure it goes green when it's finished. So I'm gonna leave that to charge. I'm gonna leave that there to charge, and yeah. I'm just gonna record a form video because I feel like it's gonna probably be more helpful than me explaining it. So can you see at the moment? So you don't have to keep that upper back rounded. You can, because it can help you to stop yourself from shooting too far forward. Can still achieve that without being completely bent over with your upper body. It's almost like you're lifting off from your lower back and you're almost crunching up like that, not rounding your upper back so much. So try it with more of like a straight back, or you can still round your upper back to try and help you, but instead of thinking about like moving through here, think about pulling through your glutes and lifting yourself up like that, so that you're moving in that sort of motion rather than sort of what you're doing at the moment, which is more like this. Okay, I'm gonna make some more ice lollies, so I thought I'd show you in real time. So this is the clear way that I'm gonna use. Got like 350 ml of water in here, 1 scoop, and a little extra half-ish kind of scoop, and then electric whisk to blend it all together. Clear ways always go really frothy, but you just have to wait for the froth to die down and dissipate, which is quite quick. It doesn't take ages. I've got my ice lolly mold from Amazon, which comes with the lolly sticks, which you put in the top. Okay, so all the froth is now gone, so I'm just going to start filling these up one by one. Okay, now they're all filled up, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pop in my little lolly sticks in the top. And then these go in the freezer, so I'm gonna carry them like very carefully because it's silicone, so it doesn't have bend to it. So I'm gonna carry them very carefully and place them on a flat surface in the freezer. Okay, we just got back from our evening steps and I've now surprised Twinkle Features, our sweet little angel.
Why am I so pale?
Oh, you're a bit salty.
That was my eyeball.
Oh, that makes sense. You've been crying. I don't know how much you love me.
Yes.
I've microwaved one for 20 seconds because they are a lot thicker. M&S cookies are the best cookies, by the way, but they're a lot thicker than the normal ones, and I feel like they feel not quite as soft. Like they're a lot thicker. So I've microwaved it for 20 seconds just to soften it a little. Oh, it is soft. And it's got the M&S speckled eggs in. I love a mini egg.
Cheers. It's a bit chewy.
It's really chewy. I'm really glad you said that. I don't know if I've just got a bad batch, but guys, these are really chewy. I feel like I'm chewing on granulated sugar.
I'll be real. I prefer the milk chocolate ones.
Some of it's just really chewy. Honestly, I'd probably go for the normal ones, guys. Not gonna lie.
Chocolate.
Have you tried the triple chocolate ones? Like the cookies, like dark brown.
And then it's got
white and milk in it.
See, I could double. I could double with that.
Why have we never done? Oh my god, these are really chewy. The best ones are the milk chocolate ones. Still choose it over a crumble. I don't fuck with crumble. Crumble cookies are some of the most diabolical things I've ever put in my mouth. We've been for a walk and then we went to my sister's house to get a water and now somehow it's 9:20. So we're gonna get ready for bed and I'll see you guys in the morrow.
Hello, good morning. I fear I've never looked better. The reveal. Gorgeous. My Oura ring night one, I slept in it. I've definitely got the right size. I feel like my fingers swell up slightly in the night. So it does leave like a small indent on my finger, but it's not to the point where like it's stuck and I can't get it off. This is definitely the perfect size for me. So I am a size 9. I got the right size. Because everyone's asking me for a review now. I'm not going to be able to review this for months. Like I really want to give it a go. I've got my first readiness score, which is 80. So I'm pretty happy with that. And my sleep, 87 optimal. I feel like I'm going to get obsessive with this and I'm going to want 100, even though that's probably not possible. But yeah, when you've done sleep, obviously you tap in and it tells you about all the different stages of your sleep, how long you slept for, when you got up, and then in your readiness you've got all these different scores. Obviously I don't have some of them available yet because I've only worn it for one night. Yeah, that's another thing I didn't mention yesterday actually, which I should probably mention, is obviously with Oura, one of the things that puts people off is obviously you have to pay a subscription fee, and I do think that's a piss take. Like, I want to be so clear, I do think that's a joke considering the ring itself is so expensive already. Like, I do think it's ridiculous. However, I just girl mathed it, and because I got my yearly subscription at the same time as buying the ring, in my brain the ring just cost the amount of the ring plus the subscription. So this will probably bother me more next year when I've got to renew it and pay for it again, but that's how I girl mathed that. But it is, in my opinion, quite ridiculous. I looked into the Ultra Human ring and they've actually offered to send me one before, but honestly, the only people, and if you guys have one, please, like, if you've had a positive experience, do share it because they are cheaper and there is no subscription. But the only videos I'm finding online that are giving a positive review are people that have been sent it or have codes or work with them. When I dig into it and I look at it, some people are on like their 4th replacement ring within a year, and it's great that they replace them, but it's still like £300, I believe, for an Ultra Human ring. Like, they're not cheap, they're still expensive, and to go through like 4 rings in a year, I just think that's kind of a little bit insane. So that's why I didn't go with the Ultra Human ring. We shall see how I get on with it, but if I don't get on with it, I'm not gonna pretend that I am just because all the cool kids wear Oura rings. Like, if it's rubbish and it's not worth it, I will just let you know. So far so good, and it's pretty comfy. I did get questions about, like, I don't find it too thick, to be honest. Obviously it is a clunky ring, but you guys have seen the Panther one I wear on this middle finger. Like, I F with a chunky ring. Like, it doesn't bother me at all, and I'm kind of used to wearing one already. So I'm just getting ready for the day. This morning I am not going to the gym. I think I'm going to train in the afternoon today, because this morning I'm actually going to film my favourites video for this week's YouTube video. I spoke a bit about this in my last vlog, but I'm basically trying to get a little bit ahead with my content now. So this vlog that I'm filming will go up not this Sunday, next Sunday. The favourites video I'm going to film today, that will be a quick edit so I can get that turned around and up for Sunday. Next week, whilst I'm vlogging another weekly vlog, I'm going to film, God, this is confusing me, a full week of workout. My uploads are going to go favourites video, weekly vlog, full week of workouts. And then probably whilst I'm filming that full week of workouts next week, I'll film another weekly vlog at the same time. So then after the full week of workouts, we've got another weekly vlog. Are we following? Are we catching the drift? I'm just trying to stay on top of it. So with that being said, if you guys have any videos that you want to see, do let me know, because I'm being much more forward planning with my YouTube content. I'm also back to posting on Instagram again, but just once a week, because I just feel like I just feel like my following does not want to see like multiple posts a week from me. Maybe they do, but I just feel like they don't. I fear I have killed my account in not posting consistently. Like, I used to be able to get away with it, but now, like, it's completely killed my reach and all my analytics. I'm not mad because it is my own fault. Like, I think I was just very lucky before that it wasn't killing my account doing that. I think I was just getting very, very, very lucky with algorithms and stuff. Obviously, we're kind of in the trenches with it, but I'm quite happy about it. I know that this is going to sound weird because views, likes, engagement, it all matters for what I do for work, but I feel like, honestly, it's kind of underrated when you're in a little bit of a, I don't want to say flop era because that's not true, but when you're in a little bit of like a social media flop moment, I feel like it's so underrated because it's such a good time to just like not care about what you post, but to try different things, because look, if only like a quarter of your audience is seeing that post anyway, you may as well try some different things. Like, I know that I want to share a little bit more of everything on Instagram, which I've always kind of done, to be honest. I've never really just been fitness on Instagram. And I also know that I want to do some like food stuff, like some swipe full days of eating, so I've got one of those ready to go next week. Yeah, I feel like it's a good time to just try stuff. But I'm leaving my likes turned on because I honestly feel like it's nice for people to see someone going through a bit of a dip or someone trying, especially if you're wanting to grow your social media. It can be quite hard if you see like everyone around you and you've got no idea what they're sort of doing, and it's not that you should compare, but if you're in a little bit of a flop moment on socials, I feel like it's nice to see someone else that's in a little bit of a flop moment with you. So I've made the executive decision that my likes are staying on my posts. Cannot get over how bad those M&S cookies were last night. It actually pissed me off. But I looked on TikTok and I found out they've actually got crunched up cornflakes in them. So I think that's where the chewiness at the bottom of the cookies is coming from, and like the granulated sort of effect. Probably one of TikTok's worst Marks and Spencer's recommendations. Spoke about it a bit on Instagram, but I've not mentioned it on here because I don't actually think I've been vlogging since. But I went to therapy last week and I wasn't vlogging last week, and you guys have literally left comments about this underneath my YouTube videos before, but I feel like I really minimize my issues or things that I'm struggling with. Like, at the moment, I'm honestly finding, and it's major first, again, I'm doing it again, but it is major first world problems, and I do want to acknowledge that. I think perspective is also important. So it's like, am I minimizing or am I just giving perspective? I don't know. But I know that like if I worked a completely normal job like 9-5, I'd find this even more stressful. But I am honestly finding the fact that like I need to give my car back this year and sort out a new car, which is such a nice problem to have, but also really stressful because I actually don't know what I'm doing. I don't know, like I just feel like I'm at a bit of a crossroads with it. So I don't know what I'm doing with my car and I need to find a new one. Housing, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm still trying to find a house. I'm finding the process just quite stressful and not as enjoyable as I thought it would be, which I know that that's the case for pretty much everyone that's a buyer in the UK, because the way that things work over here is just absolutely diabolical. Solidarity to my other buyers in the UK, especially first-time buyers. In fact, even probably especially not first-time buyers, because I can't imagine being stuck in a chain in this country. Which then makes me want to be even more picky about the house that I get, because I don't want to be stuck in a chain trying to move out of somewhere that I absolutely hate, or like dying to move in a few years' time. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like that's making me want to be even more fussy, because I'm like, okay, if I'm going to tie myself into a chain, the house better be bloody worth it. And then obviously I still have other things going on in my life. I have personal things. I have anxiety. I'm self-employed. I feel like that the whole house car thing is stirring up a lot of emotions about that as well, because I'm so like cripplingly aware that everything I do could just go at any moment. Like, it could literally, and I know that if you have a job you could get made redundant at any point, but I don't know, like being self-employed, like it does give me quite a bit of anxiety, and it's nothing to do with what I do because I love what I do. It's just the, like, a mortgage is obviously a huge commitment, cars are a huge commitment and a huge expense. It's one of those things where it's like, okay, like I've done really good with my saving, but what if I'm then jobless and not able to replenish savings? But then my therapist was saying, well, the thing is, like, if something goes wrong, you'll just go and get another job. But then I know from friends how hard it is to get a job, a lot of stuff. And I feel like last week I was just feeling very emotional and I cried the whole of the way through therapy. Again, whilst I was in my session, I was like minimizing everything. I was like, it's major first world problems, like it's not that deep, like I know that people would like love to trade places with me. Like, you put your problems down in a pile, you'll always pick up your own time and time and time again. You would not want someone else's problem. And I feel like because I know I'm very lucky with what I do, and I feel so grateful for what I do, and everyone around me works very difficult jobs, very difficult hours, nowhere near, like I've said before, most of my friends are nurses and they do not get paid anywhere near enough as they should be. I just feel like I don't ever want to complain, or if I am going to complain, I feel like I really need to preface it with like 9 different disclaimers and minimise it quite a lot, like minimise anything I'm going through, because I'm so aware that so many people have it so much worse. But in doing that, it's getting to a point where a lot of the time I just won't talk about how I feel about things, or when I'm going through a really stressed period, I just won't talk about it. And when I am talking about it, I'll massively minimise it. And then I feel like because I'm minimising it, in return, people that I'm speaking to sometimes are also minimising it. And it's one of the... It sounds really confusing, but basically we had a light bulb moment last week, because I was like, yes, other people would bite my hand off to trade places with me, but they would do that, and then if they were in my position, they would still have the same feelings that I'm feeling about being stressed about work, about being stressed about being self-employed, about being stressed about needing to sort a house and a car in the same year, needing to, not knowing really what I'm doing, being a first-time buyer, all that sort of stuff, not knowing anything about the housing process, a lot of uncertainty like financially and stuff. She was like, the feelings that you're feeling are normal. She was like, if anything, you deal with it quite well, because she was like, I feel like you just completely like push it down, or when you are talking about it, you minimise it. I got to the point last week where someone says, are you okay? And you just burst into tears because you're not getting it out, you're not talking about it, you're like a full water bottle, and if you just squeeze a very full water bottle slightly, it doesn't take much of a squeeze to get that to overflow. Whereas if you are slowly like pouring out and venting and getting things out properly, it's going to take like a much bigger life impact, a much bigger life force, a much bigger squeeze to cause like an overflow and like, not a breakdown, that's very dramatic, but a big like emotional display. And I just thought, you know what, yeah, maybe you've got a point. Well, I didn't know it because I just felt like you guys were being nice, but anytime I've ever discussed like work or anything I'm stressed about, I feel like I always give a million disclaimers. I remember when I was struggling with my skin at the start of the year, and loads of the comments under that video were like, you can be upset about things, like just because other people have worse skin or have struggled with their skin for longer than you have and you've never struggled with it before, it doesn't mean it's not hard. Like, it's still going to affect you a bit. Or when I'm stressed about work things or anything else, you guys always are the first people to be like, Amy, like, you know, you can actually just complain sometimes and like then, and you don't need to give like a million disclaimers. But I like having the space of therapy to vent properly, because I feel like sometimes I'm conscious I don't want to vent to my friends who are obviously in much different positions to me, and I don't want to end up rubbing anyone the wrong way or upsetting someone by saying the wrong thing. And I also don't always come on here and complain, because who wants to watch a video of someone complaining? I mean, clearly people do, because people love my Alpha Lit reviews, but who wants to watch a video of someone that is quote unquote in quite a privileged position in life coming online and whinging and complaining about everything? You know? I think I'm doing it again, because I'm calling myself I'm calling it whinging and complaining when really it would just be venting. But the point is, it's nice to have that space in therapy. Perspective will always be something that's really important to me. I never want to become tone deaf. I never want to start thinking like my problems are genuinely like really big, like world bending, mind bending, awful problems, because perspective is important. I feel like I've kind of been using it as a stick to beat myself with, and like just completely shutting down my emotions and never talking about things. And I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to make sure I'm using healthy outlets to actually vent about things, so that I'm not getting to a point where I feel like a full up water bottle that's just about to explode and burst over whoever asks me if I'm okay next. I thought I would just share that, because I feel like there's probably some of you guys that watch these videos that are the same way as me. Like, you might be privileged in another way, or you might just in general struggle talking about your emotions, and it's just a reminder, it's very important to get things off your chest, guys, and properly and in a productive way. And you don't need permission or like 90 different disclaimers before you say, actually, I'm struggling a little bit at the moment. And I feel like that's something I've always struggled with in the past few years, because I just know I am a very, 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 very lucky girl. I've landed truly on my feet for 5 years now, and I just feel like it's a ticking time bomb. I've just always been very aware of the fact that this isn't forever, and I feel like because it's now been like 5-6 years, I'm starting to be like, okay, like what's gonna happen? Mind-blowing stuff. Who knew? Not me. I feel like some of you are going to have listened to that and have been like, what the fuck, that was such like a random rant. And some of you who have been here for a while and leaving those comments under my video will be like, finally, she's listening. She wouldn't listen to my comment, but she will listen to a therapist. I finished doing my makeup. Oh, it's getting really warm in this room. Like, I'm literally sweating. It just gives more of like a looser, like kind of blow dry look, as opposed to like a more curly look. I might have to re-air wrap my bangs because I didn't leave them out. I did in fact leave them in. Oh, it feels so good taking that out. I might need to re-air wrap this bit just to get that going a little bit smoother, because it's obviously got caught kinked in the rod, but love. Okay, I'm gonna go and sort that out and then film my favourites video, and then I'll catch you guys when I'm all done with that. I feel like a little poodle. In my little filming spot, I've now filmed and eaten some lunch. I always make such a mess, but I've tidied everything up other than these, which needs to go back downstairs. Today's heatless hair, maybe my best heatless hair today. I feel like maybe it's probably because I've not gone to the gym and ruined it yet, which I am about to do. I feel like maybe that's why it's probably not dropped so much, but I just literally life-changing. I've put the heatless rods in my favourites video, and if you want to know what my current favourites are, then go and watch that video because it will already be up on my YouTube, so go and check that video out. But yeah, I'm gonna go and train. I don't think I'm gonna film my session just because I want to be in and out, because I actually really want to edit that video today so then it's done. So we're gonna go and hit quads, overall leg day, so quads and hamstrings. Gonna do lever squats, leg press, back extension, leg extension, hamstring curl. Quite quad heavy today, so I'm gonna go and hit that workout. I might put a little bit of this on. I'm really enjoying this, you know guys. I feel like I've already mentioned it in this video, but it's the Glossier You Fleur. I've not had it long enough for it to make it into my favourites video, but I am genuinely really enjoying it. Kind of regretting not buying a full size, especially because it's sunny outside and it smells a little bit salty and beachy. Just really enjoying it. I've actually gone with an all black gym fit today, so I've just put on my Aritzia Butter TNA t-shirt. I've got my black Revive shorts on. I feel like I never wear black shorts to the gym, but I wore them the other week and I really liked how it looked. So I've got those on, and then I've just got my Garage straight leg joggers on. But yeah, I'm gonna mix up a little ghost pre-workout. Let's go to the gym, guys. Go to the gym. Not just come out of the gym, I've actually just got home. I have got, oh god, I feel like I'm playing with fire here. You're on my steering wheel. I've just gone and got a little small post-workout iced latte. It's now 3:25. Honestly, I hate training at that kind of time, like 1 PM. I hate all the traffic on the way to Leeds, all the traffic on the way back. Obviously very lucky I can train whenever I want, I know that, but that is why I'm a morning training person, because I feel like, honestly, it's not even just the gym, it's like anything that you do slap bang in the middle of the day, even if it's a weekend, it feels like it just takes such a bigger chunk out of your day, even though it's still the same like couple of hours. It feels like because it's slap bang in the middle of your day, it just throws your whole day off. I kept my Oura ring on whilst I was training, so I thought I would give you a little bit of an update. I didn't do anything like RDLs or anything where I'm going to be holding weights, which is why I kept it on. I do want to get a cover for it because I've heard this scratch like crazy, and I'm not bothered if it does get scratched, but I just wouldn't like to completely ruin it in the gym on like day one of wearing it properly. I've honestly not heard good things about Oura rings for tracking workouts. Oura ring is saying I've done no high intensity movement. I don't think my leg day was low intensity. Like, I did squats, I did leg press. It's honestly probably my hardest leg day. It's saying that I've burned 68 calories actively. I know that's not true because I know that weight session would have probably burnt closer to the like 300 mark. I did know going into this purchase it's not good for fitness tracking, but I'm just letting you guys know in case you don't know that. I've not really heard many good things, if anything, about it being good at fitness tracking. I think it's massively underestimates from what I've seen, and from my experience today I don't think it's picked up that I was training at all, to be honest. For context, before I went to the gym I was on like a 48 calorie active burn, so in a like 1 hour heavy leg day I've burned 20 calories.
actively. Come on, Aura. You know that's not fucking right. I think if you are wanting something that can do everything, I'm pretty sure Whoop is probably going to be your best bet, because then you don't need to have a ring and a watch. I'm pretty sure Whoop is like best if you're wanting an all-in-one, but because I've already got an Apple Watch, I didn't then want to buy a Whoop as well. So yeah, it's dog crap at picking up your activity, just saying. But I need to go inside. I'm going to drink my coffee. I'm going to make myself a post-workout juice, just my strawberry lime one. I won't bore you with it because I feel like I'm making them in every single vlog and it's starting to get a little bit repetitive, so I won't show you that. And then even though it's so sunny outside, I can't obviously look at screens properly and be walking outdoors. Like, that's just not appropriate. I've probably got like 2.5 weeks worth of Instagram messages to catch up on and client messages I need to catch up on. So I'm actually probably going to bust out the walking pad this afternoon, which feels criminal because it's such a nice sunny afternoon, but I can't do what I need to do walking outdoors. Like, that's just a terrible idea, and I can tell you now what's going to happen. I'll get distracted because I want to look at dogs and I want to look at grass and I want to embrace the sunshine, and I won't want to be staring down at my phone, not taking in nature, and then before you know it, I've taken myself on a 1-hour walk and I've done no work when I need to get work done. So I'm gonna go and crack on with that. Oura ring update for the workout, not great, but I knew that going into it, so I'm not too irritated by it. I just honestly didn't expect it to be that diabolical at picking it up. Look at how peaceful he looks. Oh, well, not anymore. You coming over here? Come on. Oh, my beautiful bunny. Boop. Boop. Oh, look at his feet. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Can you see yourself? You going over? Are you coming? Oh my god! Whoa!
I feel like a child showing their mum the school project that they're really proud of right now, but it's now 10 to 8. I've just finished editing my YouTube video, looking at, like I mentioned the other day, redoing my how inquiries work for coaching basically, so it's more automated. It's not automated and it never has been, which to say, since I started my coaching, this is not how many people I've coached. I've had about 1,800 enquiries, all of which I have responded to manually, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. I want to automate it, if anything, just so people aren't having to wait for me to check my inquiries to get back to them, because that's really annoying. I'm doing some client work and then I made my thumbnail and I'm just really happy with it. So this is my thumbnail for this week's YouTube video. I literally feel like a child showing their mum the school project that they're really proud of right now. This is the thumbnail. I just think it's so cute. What do we think, guys? This video will already be up, so if you want to know what my current favourites are, last week's video, guys. All my thumbnails on Canva, and what I will do to make like myself stand out more is I actually duplicate the thumbnail of me, background cut out, the duplicated layer on top, and then I add a glow effect around me. So I still keep the main background, but I add a glow effect around the duplicated one that sits in front to make me stand out more. And then I put a sheer, like probably like 20% opacity white background between the cutout of me and the original background, so it brightens the whole thing up. And then I do the exact same thing. I background remove all the products that I put on the screen, and then I just stick a font on it. It takes me like probably like half an hour to do a thumbnail. It's not A/B testing, it's more like ABC testing, because YouTube allows you to do 3 now. So I always make 3 thumbnails and I just see which one gets the most clicks. So if you're ever curious, you might not be, but if you ever see my vlogs and stuff or videos coming up and one day you see it and it's got one thumbnail and the next time you see it, it's got a different thumbnail, you're not going crazy. I have like 3 different variations of thumbnails for most videos, and then after like 2 weeks YouTube automatically picks whichever one had the highest click-through rate. So I'll probably catch you guys in the morning because I think I'm just gonna chill. Some of my clients have replied to my messages I sent earlier, so I'm gonna reply back to those, and I kind of want to watch Made in Chelsea, so I think I'm gonna make tea, get into bed, watch Made in Chelsea. Well, no, make tea, shower, re-put my hair in curlers, get into bed and watch Made in Chelsea, because that started again and I love me some Made in Chelsea.
Guys, I'm in bed. This is my idea. Very nice evening in. I look crazy right now, but this is what we do for the heatless curls. This is how I've been going to bed recently. But yeah, we've got a lovely little setup going on. We've got Made in Chelsea loading up here. You cannot go wrong. Got a little bit of a snack going on. I've got a yoghurt bowl with some raspberries, blueberries and honey. Got my hydro jug of water. Important to stay hydrated. Waiting for Made in Chelsea to start in 3, 2, 1. Woo! A bit of Made in Chelsea. Don't think you can go wrong. Whoa, we're really zoomed into my face. I'll see you guys in the morning. We're so zoomed in. Good afternoon. We're now on Saturday and we're about to go and do something exciting. So I thought I'm going to try and take you along with me as much as I can. I have some more house viewings this afternoon, but they're a bit of a different one. So if you've been keeping up with my vlogs, you'll know I just found it quite stressful having so many different opinions, and the people's opinions that I'm getting I do appreciate, but also we're very different people with very different mindsets and also very different tastes, which can make it really confusing. So today I'm actually going to look around, and I know that some people are going to wince when I say this, but I feel like from what I've heard and seen and my own research, it really depends on the developer. But I'm actually going to look around some new build houses. Like, they're basically, you buy them new. It's not just a newer home, it's a new build house. So we're looking around a couple different show homes of a couple different styles of homes. So yeah, that's what we're gonna go and do. I've had a really nice Saturday morning so far. I finished editing my YouTube video. I've got that uploaded. I've got my thumbnail sorted, so that's ready to go. I just need to do my caption, tags, all that sort of stuff today. And then I've just been chilling with my sister and her husband at their house. We will, he was cutting the grass, we were yapping. I stayed whilst they had lunch and just yapped their ear off basically. We were just catching up, chatting. And I've been sat in the garden with my mum and sister for a bit, which obviously I don't think you guys would be interested in me filming, so that's why I've not filmed that. Uncle Toes has been at golf since 7 AM and it's now nearly 3, but he's not going to be done in time, so I'm actually going to have to go and pick him up. So I'm going to go and set off to pick him up now, and he's going to come with me for these viewings this afternoon. So let's go. I've got a very basic outfit on. I've just got on my garage plunge tank camisole top. I'm leaving my hair down because it is a little bit sheer. So I'm just going to leave my hair down to give me some coverage around here because we need it, okay? I kind of wish I had sized down in this because I feel like I have excess fabric. I probably should have done an extra small. And then my jeans are just my Zara wide leg jeans, which I wear all the time. I was talking about them again in my favourites video. They're my favourite jeans and I absolutely love them. So let's go. Guys, how cute does Twinkle Toes look? He's been golfing. So the big golf tournament today.
I did rubbish.
You did rubbish, but now you're going to come and help me, aren't you?
Yes, we're going to go find you a house. I'm here to ask tough questions. I don't know what else I'm here for.
Evening. It's now obviously much later in the day. We didn't get to see any show homes because they don't have any. Because they're not built yet. Hello.
Hello.
Say hello.
Hello.
So we're just going to go and have a nice chill evening meal. And have a nice date night. But yeah, I'll fill you in on things tomorrow. Say hi.
Hello. We're going to go for Turkish food.
We are.
We are.
You look nice.
You look gorgeous.
Okay, let's go. Good morning, guys. I feel like yesterday's vlog, part of the vlog anyway, was so erratic and so not well explained at all. So went to go and look at new builds, and I think it's my fault. It's definitely my fault. I just got the wrong end of the stick. There was no show homes because they've not actually finished building any houses on that site yet. It was helpful because the woman was amazing and she was so helpful and she gave us so much information, but it's just one of those things where I know it's quite common for people to put money down for plots and to do that without even being able to see a show home, but my brain just doesn't work that way. So she did tell me of other sites where they have show homes of the specific builds, because you know how different developers all have a name, where I could go and see some of the ones that I was interested in. So I booked that in for tomorrow. However, they've rang me today saying actually they're not finished, so it's just basically plastered, there's nothing in there. It's not like a show home, it's still a building site basically. And I know that would give me an idea of dimensions and how much space there is, but I just feel like there's a big difference looking at an empty space compared to when there's furniture in there. And I don't want to be yeah, there's loads of space, reserve a plot for that style of house, and then it comes to it and when you've got furniture in there there's actually barely any room. So a little bit of a hiccup, a little bit of a mess up, but we had a nice time last night. We just went to a place called Ephesus in Rodley, which is near us. Been there a few times. It's so weird because we obviously didn't know each other, but we've been to so many of the same places because we live in the same area, and it's just really weird. Like the last time I went to Ephesus, I had a cast on my nose. I went for my sister's birthday meal, and it was after I'd had my nose done, so I had a cast on. But yeah, we had a lovely time. I've just been to Marks and Spencer's, so we've got a little food shop in the back. I'm gonna do some meal prep and stuff today. But yeah, I think that I need to ring the woman back. I tried to ring her earlier, but I think I am going to cancel going to look at that one tomorrow, just because it's an hour's drive away anyway. I'm not driving an hour to look at a building site. I'm just not doing it. It's a 2-hour round trip, so park that one for now, and I'll just ring the lady back and explain that they basically don't have any for me to see that have been built. For right now, it's just not an option. So I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna have lunch with my mum and dad, and then I just need to have a big sort my life out day today, so that's what we're gonna do. I had lunch and I've just unpacked my food shop, which I'm not gonna show you in because it's incredibly boring. Fun fact, I'm just watching an Italian batch video, but if you go back a few weeks on his channel, this one here, we were watching it the other day, me and Twinkle Toes, we were just, what were we doing? Oh, we were cooking and I just had it on in the background, we were talking, and I literally went, and his brother did a prank on his dad like a while ago, like before I even knew him, and it went viral on TikTok and he's reacted to it, and it's just so funny. So skip to the end of that video for that because it is actually really, really funny, and I just find that hilarious that he's reacted to it. And they had no idea. The main purpose of this is to show you that I just picked up 4 Bramley apple hot cross buns. Well, they're not really hot cross buns, are they? And I got the blueberry ones as well. They also now do a bake tray cinnamon bun thing. I can't remember the name of it, but because I already wanted to get both of these, I didn't pick that up as well. But I'm going to try these now. I'm going to cut one of each into 4 and we're going to try them together. Okay, open these babies up. They look good. Oh my god, the blueberry ones. They smell so good. I don't actually love hot cross buns, so I'm not sure why I did this, but I've heard about the apple ones. I had no idea they were doing blueberry ones. And I think they're also doing like egg ones, but like cream egg ones, where it's got like the cream egg filling in the middle. So that is one thing that I love about living with my mum and dad, or like just living with other people in general. I think it's something I probably won't love about living on my own, is the fact that you can buy shit to try and there's always other people to help you eat it, whether it's good or bad. You don't have to like, I wouldn't buy 4 hot cross buns if I was on my own, because I'm not going to eat 4 hot cross buns before they go off. Living with others has its benefits. Okay, so I'm going to do the apple one first. This is what the inside of the apple one looks like. It's got raisins in it, semi-candied British apples, sultanas, and a hint of cinnamon, so cheers. Nice. This may be my favourite kind of hot cross bun I've had. But the bar is quite low because I don't really love hot cross buns. Onto the blueberry one. Juicy blueberries, Vestiza currants, and cardamom. I don't love these. They taste a bit like you're eating like a blueberry flavoured or a blueberry scented soap. If you like an apple and cinnamon, you'll like those ones. Oh, he's here! I have a taste test for you.
Alright, where's your mum? Oh, she's there.
So amazing. Here is your first quarter. That's a blueberry hot cross bun with Vestiza currants and cardamom. This is semi-candied apples, sultanas, and cinnamon.
It's more like the hot cross bun.
Yeah, I don't like the blueberry ones. They taste like soap.
And while I'm all in favour of experimentation in taste, I'd rather have hot cross bun. Hey?
It says yes please if you can't quite hear that. And before I am trying to share what I can about a house buying process. So as I've just basically I've had a mortgage in principle, a decision in principle before, which if you don't know what that is, because I didn't know what that is, basically gives you an idea of what you can lend. So it's not an approved mortgage, it doesn't mean you're definitely going to be able to get that. You know what your deposit is, and then it will tell you how much realistically you are likely going to be able to lend. So I've had one before, but that's now actually expired, so it's not relevant anymore. So I just had a phone call earlier in the week about having another decision in principle done. So I had to do a credit check, so get my credit score, and he used, I think this is quite helpful actually, he used Check My File, which does all 3 of the big companies that do the credit scores, so then it pulls them from all 3 and gives you an average, and it checks them through all 3 so you're not leaving any stone unturned. It is payable, but basically you sign up, do the 30-day free trial, and then once you've downloaded your report you can just cancel it. He wanted to see proof of a deposit, he wanted to see last 3 months wage slips, which I obviously don't have because I'm self-employed, so I just sent him over my last 3 years of accounts, end of year filings, passport and driver's license, and then last 3 months of bank statement. So that's everything that he needed, so I sent all that off yesterday. So I'm going to wait for him to come back to me. With me having had a mortgage in principle, a decision in principle before, I know roughly what it should be, but we'll have to see because things may have changed. I may be able to borrow more, I may be able to borrow less, but ideally I don't want to be going for like the top end of what I'm able to borrow anyway. Mortgage as low as possible, ideally, just because with interest rates and stuff at the moment, if it goes up a few percent in a few years time, I don't want to be in a position where I can't afford to pay it. More cautious with it than like go top end of the range. I kind of want to go somewhere in the middle in terms of my mortgage repayments. So yeah, I've sent all that over to him and he should come back to me when he's, obviously I've sent it on a weekend, so I'm assuming he'll come back to me about that next week. But this is completely free. They don't charge you, they shouldn't charge you for doing a mortgage in principle decision in principle. I would actually do this earlier than I have. I've not had an issue yet, but I know that some estate agents and some new build places in particular, if you're interested in going down that route, they won't actually let you book unless you send them over. Like they won't let you book to look. It's not, I think it's quite rare because I've never been asked, but I have been told from friends it's happened to them until you've got one. Because obviously maybe it's if you're looking at like higher price points, obviously they're not going to want people that are just basically taking the piss and taking up their time, and they're not going to be able to get those houses anyway. It's a handy thing to have, and it also will massively help you in your house search because then you know what your budget is then, because you know what you're realistically going to be able to borrow. But yeah, it should be free. They shouldn't charge you for it. Some mortgage brokers, mortgage advisors will charge you when you go and get a mortgage approved through them. Some won't. There's a lot of people who say like you should never need to pay someone, and then there's other people who say sometimes it is worth paying someone because they can get you a better deal. I honestly don't know what the truth is on that, but I'm just letting you know there are people who won't charge. So yeah, I'm just going to do a bit of client work and then I need to start sorting my life out, and I think we will start with my car because it's bad. This is the situation in the back of my car. Oh hello, we've unlocked a new angle there, haven't we? Okay, I'm just going to shove those in the back of my car because I'm actually going to leave those in here. What's in here? Oh, those are all just shopping bags. Okay, these can go in the boot. The thing I don't understand about myself is I've had such a big boot for nearly 4 years now, and I feel like I've never utilised it properly. I've got shopping bags in the back. Okay, so where that was, oh my god, I've not been looking for that actually, that's the wrong thing. Okay, so I've got some papers and some rubbish. Got my hydro jug, which I've literally been looking for, so that's annoying. Literally asked me the other day if I had this cap. I do. I've got your cap, sir. So I'm going to take this inside. This is Andrew's, this is his, this is also his, and then this is stuff from when I've done shoots the past couple of weeks. What are these? Oh, those are Andrew's as well. These are his elbow sleeves, sliders. This is rubbish. This is also rubbish. And then he has a habit of leaving all these in my car. Don't know why. These are all going to go in the bin. I've decided I'm going to leave his stuff in the back of my car because there is just no point in me taking that in my house. I'm probably more likely to see him in the gym tomorrow. Pile of stuff I need to take inside. This, I have 2 coffee cups. I've got rubbish in the door. I've got rubbish in this door as well. I really need to sort this out, so it's bin time. I need to like hoover and stuff, but the inside is looking a lot better. Coffee cups gone. I've left that there because it's just an empty water bottle for me to use. I've properly emptied this bit, so I've just left in Power 28 face spray for when I've finished the gym if I'm going somewhere afterwards and I just want my face to feel clean. This is my car scent. It smells like Santal 33. It's this one. I got it from Marks and Spencer's. I love it. I've got a Fenty lip balm and I've also got a rape alarm because you never know. Do my favourite thing, which is Morrison's jet wash. I'm not joking, something about doing this reminds me of playing, I said this on Instagram and so many people were like, oh my god, you've just unlocked a memory I'd totally forgotten about. Pippa's horse on Nintendo DS and getting all the crap out of the horse's hooves. That is what doing this reminds me of, and I love doing it so much. I actually prefer doing this than getting my car clean. I just don't always have the willpower to do it because it does take me quite a while. I think actually in total it probably takes me about 10 minutes and it's £2 for 3 minutes, so it probably cost me similar to what it would for someone else to do it for me. It's about £6 at most drive-throughs to clean my car, but I just like doing it. It's really, really, really satisfying. So I'm going to set you up on my dashboard. Let's clean the car. Yay, she's clean, we're finished, we're done. I do need to actually clean the inside of my windscreen because from when it was really cold, my condensation and stuff, the dirt, I keep thinking my car needs cleaning from the outside, it actually needs cleaning from the inside on the glass, so I'm gonna go home and do that now. If anyone was curious as to what I've been listening to whilst I've been doing this, it's been the Hamilton soundtrack. But I've used this to do all my inside of my glass, and I've also used it on this and I feel like it's cleaned it a lot better than usual. Yeah, we're all done in here now. My hair does not look great, but I'm actually going to go for a walk now whilst it's really warm today. I feel like it might be the warmest day we've had so far this year. At least where I live, it's so warm. So I'm going to go for a walk, but I thought I would give you a little Oura update. The one thing that I am so impressed by, and I don't think it's going to last the 8 days, I'll keep you posted, but the battery life on this thing, I know they say 8 days and I might not get 8 days out of it, but coming from someone who is an Apple Watch person, I have to charge that thing every single night. Like every single night I would have to charge it, or I would have to charge it during the day, which meant I'm either missing out on steps or like activity tracking through the day, or I'm not going to be able to track my sleep properly because it's on charge. So that's the one thing that I do like my Apple Watch, especially for my fitness tracking. Like I already spoke about, this is not good for fitness tracking, but it's just that the battery life on it, I don't know which one I've got. I got it about 2 years ago. Honestly, dog shit. The battery life on this thing, guys, I have not charged this since I charged it up on Thursday night, and I've had it on since. Not had to charge it once, and I've still got 35% battery left. Crazy stuff, unheard of. So the one thing I will say is I'm noticing that the steps on this thing is very inaccurate, or at least different to what shows up on my Apple. Like they're definitely not the same, and I've seen a lot of people saying that the Oura Ring overestimates their steps. I find in so far is it's way under what my phone says by like 1,000 to 2,000 steps, and from what I know, phones don't even track steps well. Like when I wear my Apple Watch, I would say that's when I get my highest step count, then my iPhone, then my Oura Ring. So I don't think the step tracking is accurate, but it's not accurate on anything. But I would say from my experience so far, it's underestimating my step count compared to my phone. And I've not been wearing my watch at the same time. Maybe I'll start doing that, and then I've got 3 things to compare. Honestly, something that I am loving is the app. I do think that app is really, really, really good. I still do think that the activity goal thing is really inaccurate for tracking your like calories burn and activity, but that's not why I bought it. I bought this more for like my readiness, my sleep, my wellness. Like I explained, more of a wellness tracker for me. I feel like most people are going to want something that's going to do everything. People aren't going to want to wear like 2 to 3 different wearables. So I do think if you're wanting an all-in-one, I believe Whoop is the best because it's really good for sleep and recovery, but it's also like a proper fitness tracker as well. I think that's the best one if you're wanting something to do everything, which I would always recommend because that's going to be way more cost effective than having to have a ring and a watch. Like, no. So today I got my highest score to date. I've got a 93 readiness and a 91 on my sleep. So I had a big fat sleep last night, and I will say what I'm doing is I'm waking up in the morning, seeing how I feel, and then checking it. I'm not checking it straight away when I wake up, because in my brain, if I feel fine but this is telling me no, like your readiness is like 40, you actually feel terrible, I don't want that to then ruin my day because the app has told me I feel like shit even though I felt fine, and then I convince myself I feel like shit. But what I will say is so far it's not given me anything where I've thought that's not accurate to how I'm feeling. Sunday is like the biggest rest period for me, so obviously I don't train on a Saturday and then I don't train on a Sunday either, so I have like the biggest block between training, so it makes sense that my readiness would be the highest it's been since I got it today, because I've had 2 rest days in a row now, if that makes sense. So really enjoying it so far, but I would say if you are wanting something that's going to do everything, Oura ring is probably not going to be it. But these are just first impressions. I will give, maybe I'll do like a standalone video after a few months on my findings with it. Get some steps in, get a walk in and get some sun in. The sun is so nice today. Never not amazed me how much better just like a little bit of movement can make you feel. I've actually started getting period pains, like they've started kicking in, so I did take some codeine. I know that's quite extreme, but guys, I have extreme periods, so I have to take extreme painkillers. But I wanted to go for a run today because the weather's so nice and my Oura ring said I was optimal, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go for a run. My period pains kicked in this afternoon and they said, no, I can't think of anything worse also than on my first 2 to 3 days of bleeding trying to do a run. Oh girl, no, that will end in ruined clothes. That's a nice way of putting it. So instead I didn't want to do nothing because I feel really good in myself and I wanted to get some sunshine, so just got some steps in. I've now hit my step count for the day. I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna do a little bit of dusting and cleaning in my room, do a little bit of work, and then it'll be bedtime. I think I'm gonna have a relatively chill evening. Gonna have a nice shower as well. I feel like I've really caught the sun today, weirdly. I mean, it's not weird because it's, but I feel like it didn't feel that warm on the canal because there's a breeze. I don't know, but I feel like I've caught the sun. Freckles are coming out. Gonna do a little bit of meal prep. I've already showed you guys how I do this, but I'm still getting questions about it, so I'm just gonna show you again. Full tin of corn, Cajun seasoning, air fryer, roast 15 minutes, sprouts, olive oil, salt and pepper, Cajun seasoning, again, roast 15 minutes in the air fryer. And I'll do the same with chickpeas after, but I've only got 2 drawers, so I'm gonna do these first. Voila, the meal prep is done. I've got chickpeas, sweet corn, sprouts, and I've also pre-seasoned some chicken in some like Mediterranean, like herby sort of seasoning, so that is done. And I'm actually going to make a little chicken salad meal bowl now. My chicken is just in the air fryer. I had my little salad bowl, so this is how it looks. I just thought I'd show you it assembled. I've got some leaves, chicken, pickled pink onion. I love this, it's like one of my favourite things ever. Chickpeas, sweet corn, sprouts, tzatziki. Yum. Guys, happy Monday. I think today's gonna probably be the final day in this week's vlog, just because today I'm starting, like, I'm going to the gym now. It's 10 to 10. I'm going to the gym now to start filming a full week of workouts. So after today I'm gonna be mainly focusing on getting that video sorted, because that's gonna be the video after this. So a week from now I will have a full week of workouts up for you guys. Yeah, I feel like bang life has really changed me. My hair was quite greasy, but I didn't want to wash it again. I just couldn't be bothered, and I didn't really want like curly hair, but I also, like, if I don't style my hair it won't be. I just don't really love how my hair looks when it's completely not styled at all. It goes a little on the frizzy side, so I've decided to put it half up to hide like the greasiness, and then I literally just washed my fringe in the sink this morning. So I've washed my fringe and then I've just banged 2 rollers in and let my bangs like set in them. A lot of people do them away, and I do like doing my rollers away, but I also like doing them towards. I mean, these have gone crazy because they need to like settle, which is why I'm taking them out now so they can drop on the way to the gym. But if you want them to kind of like curl into your face, doing them towards gives you this sort of appearance to them. Obviously they need to like chill the F out, which is why I'm taking them out now so they can relax whilst I'm on the way to the gym. But this is the kind of look that you get when you curl them more towards. It's more of like tucked under and away, wispy sort of thing, rather than being a bit flickier. But it will calm down by the time I'm at the gym, which is then when I want my hair to be nice for, because I'm filming my full week of workouts. And to be honest, I feel like since I got my bangs done, I can't really not. That's the only thing, and I feel the same way about getting layers in your hair. You can't not style layers and bangs. Like, your hair will just look bad, and it doesn't take long. Like, this literally took me like 5 minutes, but it is something to be aware of if you're not someone who can be asked to do anything with your hair. You can't really get bangs and layers put in and then not style them. It just looks like you've got a really bad haircut. Got my pre-workout, and then because this is the first session that I'm doing in my Oura ring with, like, I'm going to be doing RDLs and stuff, I'm pretty sure today, I actually ordered some rings ring covers on Amazon last night. So this is the clear one, which I honestly kind of love. I feel like it makes it look kind of chromish with the gold peeking through. It does make the ring chunkier though. I've had no issue with the ring. It doesn't feel big and chunky on me, but you know, I am used to wearing quite chunky jewellery anyway. I'd say this is probably the same in terms of like how much I feel it on the side. But obviously when you put a cover on, it does add thickness, so do be aware of that, because mine is scratched already, which I knew was going to happen. I should have really just put a cover on it before I started wearing it, but I'm not too precious about it. Like my actual real jewellery is scratched, so of course this was going to scratch, but whether you get gold, silver, whatever, it doesn't matter, it will scratch. But these were like £8 I think, and it comes in a pack, so you get a brown, a pink, a lilac, a black, a cream and a clear, and you just shove them on, and they were super cheap. So yeah, if you were worried about scratches and lifting, just get a cover and you should be golden. So that's what I'm going to be doing in the gym today. And also I want to try and get, Morrison's today are launching a Dubai chocolate cheesecake, like a little mini one, and the base is actually Kanafa. I don't know if I'm saying that right. The base is Kanafa instead of biscuit. I really want to try that, and I want to include it in this vlog, so I'm going to try and find one of those after. Let's go to the gym. I will probably include my workout because I'm going to be filming it for my full week of workouts anyway, so it makes sense. So enjoy the session. Twinkle toes nose, I'm on my period and I'm struggling. So he's brought me some gifts. He's brought me these Juicy Drop Chews. These are bloody delicious, by the way. Do you remember Juicy Drop lollipops? It's like that, but it's not. It's like a little chewy sweet, and then it comes with a pen of blueberry stuff, and you can just and then you can just and then you make a sandwich out of it, and then you like roll it up, but you don't have to put the blueberry stuff on. It's a DIY, or you can just, you know, shoot it in your mouth.
Yeah,
love those. And I'm on a, now apparently I'm a monster girly. This started because I wanted to try the peach one, because he said I'd like it, and I love the peach one. It weirdly tastes like my passion fruit pre-workout. I don't know how that works. But then I tried the mango one, which I did like, but not as much. Then last week you gave me the Aussie lemonade to try.
that's my favourite.
That one's really good. Someone actually messaged me on Instagram about that. I can't remember who it was.
We're discontinuing it next year, just to add to the bullshit.
It's really nice. And now he's got me a Rio Punch.
I've never tried the Rio Punch, but it looked like it was the only one that wasn't normal.
Living holiday. This has drastically improved my mood, by the way.
Has it?
Yeah, I'm still waiting for my mortgage in principle. Can she get a home? Can she not? Hopefully we'll find out today.
But at least you got a monster to slow it down.
I might not have a mortgage, but I've got a monster. It's like, tastes like if you put pineapples and grape flavour together. It's got that grapiness to it. Okay, now we can go and train. Guys, I actually really hurt myself doing hip thrusts at the start of this workout. Can you watch the barbell pad? Watch it. Totally flipped on itself and completely nipped my skin, and I've got massive bruises now. You do not want 140 kilos on your lap and then for that to happen. But with that being said, we're going into my first working set. So I was doing 140 kilos here on my hip thrust. This is my heavier hip thrusting day. So again, all the form tips as usual, just really focusing on 90-degree angle with the shins, keeping things nice and tucked and tight, and trying to get that full lockout at the top, which I was barely managing on the last rep there, but we did get there in the end, so I am counting it. And this was my first time doing 140 in a couple of weeks, so I've added 5 kilos to that from last week's session. Then moving on, I am just doing some RDLs, so I did a little warm-up set, then I did 60, and then I'm moving on to, I believe, 80 for my working set. I do 2 working sets with the heavier weight, and then I'll do a back off set afterwards, which I believe I've also filmed for this workout. So typical form tips with RDLs is just making sure you are hinging your hips back. You want to try and keep your chest, ribs, hips all stacked over each other. You don't need to be putting an excessive curve through your lower back. It needs to be one clean movement. You may have a slight curve in your lower back naturally, but there doesn't need to be an excessive curve. It's one clean movement. So keep everything nice and stacked over each other, core nice and tight, braced. To tweak my form here, this is my back offset, so it obviously felt a lot lighter and a lot more comfortable, and I also did it strapless as well, but I am doing my reps a little on the fast side here. Obviously they're slowing down towards the end of my set, but even the ones at the start, I would slow them down just a little bit just to make sure that I'm getting the most out of the movement. But yeah, this is my back offset, so it's a little bit lighter and just gives me like, I don't know, I like doing a slightly lighter set after two heavier ones. It just feels like I get a really good pump, and it just feels, I don't know, I just really like doing it. So then I'm moving into some Bulgarians with a slightly different setup to usual, because I don't know if you can tell, but my gym was actually very unusually busy for my usual time of training this day. So I'm just kind of making do where I could. So I actually ended up using the step, which is a little bit lower than the bench. If you use something that's a little bit lower, you are going to get a bit less quad out of the movement just on that foot that's resting, that leg. So my right leg in this case, in the next set when I'm doing my other leg, my left leg in that case, you're not getting quite as much a stretch on the quad on the way down, because it is going to be working that leg as well. So you do take a little bit of quad out of it with lowering it ever so slightly, but some people would still say this is too high to take the quad out of it completely. But I do feel my quads less doing them like this. Personally, I prefer just using a bench, but this is still a good way to do it. And if you weren't aware of that and you want to try and take your quads out of your Bulgarians a bit more, form aside, stance aside, posture aside, going for a lower elevation at the back will take that non-working leg, in quotation marks, quad out of the movement a little bit more. So yeah, I did Bulgarians on this day just to switch it up a little bit, because this week I actually obviously started filming my full week of workouts, so I wanted to show some different workouts, different structures, or at least similar structures with some different variations. So then to finish off, this was a very like glute and hamstring focused day, but I would say probably a little bit more glute than anything else. I'm then finishing off just with some back extensions. So as you can see here, I'm actually not massively rounding my upper back. That's because you don't have to do that. It can be a helpful cue to stop your hyperextending at the top, but you don't absolutely have to do that. It's not a must to get the most glutes out of it. It will just stop you hyperextending at the top. So yeah, I'm not actually doing a massive rounding in my upper back. I'm just imagining, like I've said before, I've got that piece of string between my glutes that is pulling me up like a goddamn puppet, and I'm using my glutes to pull me up, not rushing through the movement. And yeah, that is the end of this session. I hope you enjoyed it.
Gym is done, and I've just been to Morrison's to get one of these little cheesecakes, guys. They're so cute. I feel like Morrison's don't really do stuff where it comes in like a single package, but it's just a single small cheesecake. It's so cute. And then this is what it looks like. So it's got, instead of like a biscuit base, it's the Kanafa stuff, and then pistachio middle, and then chocolate on top with some pistachio. That is so cute. Better be better than the bloody speckled egg cookies. And the bottom part of it as well, with it not being a biscuit base, I feel like that's almost lighter as well. The heaviest part of it is usually the bottom, but I feel like the heaviest part of this is the chocolate on the top, like it's quite thick chocolate. I feel like it tastes more like chocolate than it does pistachio, but I'm not super well versed in Dubai chocolate. Like, is it meant to be super heavy pistachio? Can you taste pistachio more than chocolate usually? I don't know. Honestly, I actually quite like this. I expected it to be heavier. It's lighter than I expected, but not in a bad way. I feel like if the pistachio flavour was super strong, or the middle was super like stodgy, it would be way too much with the chocolate on top. But because it's got a lighter base and a lighter middle with a heavier top, I feel like it actually does work. So I'm going to take the rest of this downstairs because I need to actually eat my lunch. I've literally just got back from the gym, so I should probably go and eat my lunch, right? So I'm going to go and offer this to my mum and dad and make some lunch. Okay guys, I think I am going to round off this vlog here. We're on Monday evening now, it's nearly 6 p.m. I've just been doing work pretty much all day since I got back and did the cheesecake thing, and I still have more to do, so I'm going to round off this vlog so I can start editing it. Final updates on my Oura ring. Well, not final, but final for this vlog. It's not dead yet. It's still not dead. I've got 20% left. I honestly think this might last me until tomorrow night, and then I'll probably have to charge it on Wednesday morning, which would be 6 days, 5-6 days, which, coming from someone who's used to an Apple Watch, which I've already explained, that is a big difference. Now, is it the 8 that Oura promised me? No, and I don't think it ever would be, but maybe it's just like the first go. You know how batteries sometimes need time to work themselves up. But regardless, even if it's not, I'm still pretty impressed. And I will have probably mentioned it in the voiceover, but I did have to take my Oura ring off whilst I trained. I kept it on for my hip thrusts, and again, so bad at tracking activity, it said that I'd burnt like 20 calories in like 3 sets of hip thrusts, which is just not true. I was lifting pretty heavy. But then when I did RDLs, it's just so uncomfortable. If you are holding bar, a dumbbell, anything like that, honestly upper body days as well, probably gonna have to take it off for that. I don't think you can keep it on when you're doing strength training. Certain stuff, yes, but anything where you need to hold things in your hands is going to be very difficult. Like it felt like it was doing this, and then the ring felt loose, and it felt like a very uncomfortable experience, and it was putting me off my set. So I did end up just taking it off in the end because it was doing my head in. Battery life I'm very impressed with, and I am honestly really enjoying my first few days using it. Not sure I'm enjoying it and finding it as helpful as the price tag of it, so I will keep you posted. Obviously I'm going to need to use it for a few months and give you guys a final update. I was kind of hoping I would be able to give you the full circle moment on the decision in principle, mortgage in principle in this vlog, but we're gonna have to stay tuned for that one because I still don't have it back yet. So hopefully that comes, because I've been thinking a lot more about new builds, I'll be honest. If anyone's lived in one, bought one, please let me know what your experiences, thoughts, opinions, everything, things to be aware of, things to be fussy about when picking a plot, all that sort of stuff, because it's looking more and more likely by the day that I will probably get a new build. So let me know. That would be incredibly helpful to me, and it would be, we can trade. I give you vlog, you give me housing advice. That would be a really good trade-off. This is this week's YouTube video. I've started work on next week's YouTube video, which will be a full week of workouts, so stay tuned for that. Let me know what other videos you want to see that's not a full week of workouts, because that's already planned and it's coming next week. Give the video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. It massively helps me out. Comment anything you want to comment, anything that you want to comment on the video. Like I said, let me know if you've lived in a new build. Again, I don't like asking for comments, but comments do help me out a lot as well. Subscribe if you want to and you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. But I hope you found this video entertaining, helpful. I hope me talking a little bit more about like getting a decision in principle and stuff has been helpful for people who are looking to start looking into houses, or a little bit on the younger side. Hopefully it's been helpful in sort of knowing what sort of things you will need to get together when it comes to that stage where you are looking to get a mortgage in principle, decision in principle. And yeah, I guess I just apologise that there was no show homes to show you guys. I'm gutted I didn't get to see any either. But yeah, I will see you guys in next week's video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.